let's get into the Cowboys first. I love the Downs pick. You hit it on the head with the Malachi Lawrence pick. I think Devin Moore at fourth. I want to get how you feel about that pick because Malik Muhammad was there for the picking if we thought highly of him. So I want to start with Devin Moore and how you felt about that pick.
I think that Devin Moore pick is an absolute steal.
Okay,
You mentioned Malik Muhammad. I think he's a good player. I think it may be something between the ears with him. Um,
and that's what I was
that
hearing.
Christian Parker may not be too fond of. He's lacking a bit in technique too. Um, but I mean, Devin Moore, he is everything that you would want in a corner. He's got the size, he's got the length, he's got the athleticism, he's got the talent, the technique. He's got all those things. He's just a bit injury prone.
Mm.
I think that is his only reason why he was there in the fourth. I think he is a second round talent.
Oh,
I
okay.
think he's a second round talent that because of injury pushes him to the third, and that's why you probably got him in the fourth. If that makes sense.
That made perfect sense because I ain't gonna start. I went and looked back at his tape because I didn't know who he was. So I was looking at the tape and I was like, 6'3", running 4'5", moving like that. I said it's something there. And then I do remember some of the plays he made against Texas, and I was like, he was kind of on our ass.
Yeah,
Excuse my French. And so I felt like when you make a pick like that nobody's expecting, oh, you know something. And especially like when you got a guy like Malik Muhammad coming out of South Carolina, coming out of the University of Texas, and he's right there for the picking in that type of area between third and fourth round. I felt like if you pass on that guy for a guy in Devin Moore to play the same position, they knew something. So it's interesting to hear you say that because I did like the film, what I've seen, and it's just 6'3". He looked like he could be a real steal in a good outside corner for us. This is the size and the way he can move. So I did like that pick. Um, the guy from Michigan. Who is that? What's his name?
Jay Sean Barham.
I'm not say, bro. Just me as a Cowboys fan. This is where the bias gonna come in. I don't give Michigan guys the benefit of the doubt. Bro. So, like, just what are your thoughts on him?
This may be the guy to give the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
This would be the guy. I mean, there was other guys from Michigan that were there. I wasn't a fan of them. Jay Sean Barham would be the one guy out of Michigan. If you wanted to give any benefit of the doubt from, because I know we have PTSD as Cowboys fans. Um, some we've been burned before. We,
Taco Charlton and Mozzie Smith. I'll put a name on it.
we've been burned, and Luke Schoolmaker. We've been burned. We've
Yeah,
been burned.
Schoolmaker.
He wasn't
I
okay.
forget about him. Like, it's crazy.
Wasn't even supposed to be in the second round.
We got Schoolmaker in the second
In the
round.
second round, that's why he's like Nate Bergercher to me. But we've been burned before by these Michigan guys. This would be the one guy that I think you give that chance to. I mean, he's long. I think he's what 6'3", 6'4". He's
Mhm.
got long arms. He is as physical as they come.
Yeah, I
He,
did. They did pop out.
I mean, you won't find anyone on that team more physical than him. I mean, he
Mhm.
clearly loves the game of football.
Okay.
I mean, he's got the length, he's got the athleticism. I think he's real good at stacking and shedding blocks. Real good at coming forward. He's got some pass rush ability. I don't know how he is in coverage, but I don't know how often we'll ask him to do that. I think at that inside linebacker position, where it seems like they want to play him, he's got some real ability. He's got some upside. I think this was a steal of a player. I think he was around 70 on like a consensus board on some boards. I mean, and to get him at what 92, that is
Mhm.
a steal. He is going to be a good player. They've comped him to Zach Bond.
Oh. So he do have some linebacker skills.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. If you go back and watch him at Maryland, that's what he played. He is a linebacker. They had him playing edge, I think, because of they were low on men. They had some injuries, so they had him playing edge. I mean, he was good at doing that too. So but he is an inside linebacker. He can play that well. He's like Zach Bond, like Frankie Louvu, if you're familiar. Yeah,
Ooh, from the Commanders. Yeah, I hate Frankie Louvu just because he's a Commander. He's good.
I think he's got some real good ability. So Devin Moore and Jay Sean Barham, those are
Okay.
premium skills. Those are some good skills.
Okay, you just talked me off the ledge because we talked about Malachi Lawrence. Everybody loves Caleb Downs. The thing with Caleb Downs is you better be a tier above Dylan Thieneman just because it's like that. It's just I don't know what it is, but I feel like Dylan Thieneman and Caleb Love for some reason in my brain they're gonna be intrinsically linked because I think they're that good and I think they're gonna be fighting for all pros amongst each other. So yeah, I love those picks. I told you, you know who I'm gonna talk about. We didn't draft them, but we brought them in undrafted.
Mhm.
I love it. And I ain't gonna lie, the Cowboys, say I'm getting so excited. And we talked about this last time we talked that this could be the draft to where we can start developing Super Bowl expectations in the next couple years. I think it happened. Michael Trigg coming out of Baylor, I feel like he probably is one of the most high upside undrafted free agents that was available at the tight end position, especially. So
Mhm.
I really love that pick. Did you feel the same way? I love Michael Trigg.
I mean, Michael Trigg, he's clearly got ability. He's special. I mean, he's a yak guy. That is a
Yeah.
yak guy. He can catch with the best of them. Um, I mean, I think he's going to be really good. We'll see if he makes the team. Not saying that he won't. Not saying he doesn't have the ability to. I don't know how they'll treat this Luke Schoonmaker ordeal.
I
So I'm getting.
Ross, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think there's no possible way you can bring in a guy like Michael Trigg, see what he can do, and not have a spot for him. I think it's probably pretty sure it's gonna be questions like with consistency. Can he block like some motor things? But
Yeah,
the things that you can't teach, he has them all.
I mean he does, and I think he'll probably outplay Luke Schoonmaker in the in training camp. I just want to know if I'm curious,
You have doubt. You don't think he'll make the team?
and it won't be his fault
Mm.
if he doesn't make the team. It's because he either just didn't play that well, and I don't know what the reason might be, or because there is a bias towards Luke Schoonmaker because they spent a second round pick on him, and I think that they might want to make that right. I think that is the only reason why, or one of the main reason why he may not make the team because they want to be right about Luke Schoonmaker. I think that is why. I think Brevin Spanford has already passed Luke Schoonmaker, but
I think Michael Trigg better than both them niggas, man.
I do.
Excuse my French. I think he better than
I
both
do.
them niggas, man.
I think he's better. I think you have your tight end one and Jake. I think your blocking tight ends is going to be Luke and Brevin Spanford. Those who are going to have to battle it out, and then you're going to have Hunter Lipke. I think I think I think Hunter Lipke will make the team. I think Brevin Spanford will beat out Luke Schoonmaker. And then I think Jake Ferguson,
Oh
he's
yeah.
an automatic bid.
Even though he's not clutch and he was dropping passes he should have been catching. I like Ferguson, but
He's gonna
yeah.
have to fix it. So I think those are your three. If you have four that are making the team, it's gonna be Luke versus Michael Trigg. And I'm concerned that they are gonna want to be right about Luke Schoonmaker because they spent a premium draft pick on him. I think that is the only and they spoke highly of him a couple weeks ago. They said, "Oh yeah, he's making the right strides. He's doing this. He's doing that." That is what concerns me when it comes to him. I don't think it'll really be his fault. I
I want an athletic catching tight end for the once in my Cowboys life,
He's got
man.
ability. He's got ability. And I mean, the same thing happened last year with the tight end out of Auburn, Rivaldo Fairweather. He
Mhm.
was another athletic tight end who I mean, he could catch with the best of them, but he was cut.
I think once we start getting into camps into the cities, when people start seeing I think he's gonna be that guy. Who's like, oh, he gonna get. I think Michael Tree is gonna develop a buzz. That's just me personally, and like I say, it could be just Texas bias. We ended up getting D Winners as a linebacker pickup because we didn't make a linebacker, a traditional linebacker pick in the draft. And I don't know if you like D Winners, but it goes back to one of my questions that I had for you because I looked at the second round and the guys that went in the second round. And I said, pound for pound, this second round damn near look better than the first. And will we regret not having a second round pick? That was one of my biggest questions when I looked at the second round.
Yeah, D Winters, he's a good linebacker. He's a bit undersized, but I mean he plays physical. He can stack and shed the O line. So I mean that's one of his best traits. I don't know if he's the best in coverage, but he's not a liability, and
Okay.
that's what you need. He's better than any linebacker that you had last season. Um, don't want to throw Overshown into that mix because I mean he was hurt. He's coming back from injury, so I'm not sure what Overshown is completely. I mean we have trusted he'll be
Yeah.
great, but I mean
And Overshawn, real quick, Overshawn, you better take whatever contract we try to give your injury prone ass. Excuse my French, Ross. But say, dog, you are not nobody that think. I don't want to get into it. I'm sorry, but take whatever we give you is what I'm saying.
he'd better because
I,
he doesn't have a lot of tape. He doesn't have a lot of tape.
we the ones that believe in you.
Doesn't.
You were the one that was getting hurt.
Yep.
Don't try to penalize us for your unavailability. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Unavailability? One of
Yeah.
them. I don't.
But yeah, D Winners. I mean, I think that was a great trade. I think we gave what like a fifth for him. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, like you said, all those linebackers were just flying off the board in the second because we didn't have that second round pick. Where I mean, all the linebackers were going. That was just a premium spot for the linebackers because we didn't have one to grab the linebacker that you might want. I think trading a fifth for D Winners is a great. I don't
Yeah.
say consolation prize, but I mean
Better than nothing.
yeah
And it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, real quick before we get you out of here, we got Commanders, Eagles, Giants, and just kind of like talk about those teams because I had a couple notes. Eagles, Makai Lemon, I'm like, Eli Stowers, I like them, but so I feel like Commanders and Eagles both was in. Even though with the Commanders, I like Sonny Styles, I like Antonio Williams. I think that's the sneaky pick. I think he's a good receiver coming out of Clemson. Katron Allen, I liked him. So let's start with the Commanders and Eagles. I felt like both their drafts was in. How did you feel about it?
Um, I think I like the Commanders more than the Eagles. The Eagles got Makai Lemon. They got Eli Stowers. Um, it's kind of where the list ends. Of
Yep.
I like Markel Bell. Oh boy. I mean he's a big dude, 6'9", what like 330, 340, but he's slow footed. We'll see what their great O line coach can do because I mean he clearly can transform guys.
Yeah. I thought about that too.
But to take Markel Bell in the third round,
Crazy.
rich. That's
That's
rich. The Commanders,
so you thought the Eagles did in
I
or
think
bad?
I think they did the worst out of the NFC East. I don't think they did terrible. There are clearly some teams that drafted worse than them, but I mean they're definitely in that lower tier uh,
Okay.
of drafting teams this year. The Commanders they drafted Sonny Styles, Antonio Williams, Joshua Josephs, Katron Allen. So that's 4 out of 6 guys that they drafted that I like. And to get Joshua Josephs in that fifth round, I think is where they got him. That's a steal. I think he may have some character concerns, and I think that might be why he went late. Because I mean he's got pass rush ability. But yeah, I think they did pretty good. I think the Commanders did pretty good. Um, we'll see how that helps their team.
Okay.
I'm still not the biggest believer in their team. Um, but yeah, I think they did pretty good.
So Commanders and Eagles both were. So do you think the Eagles was bad or in? And do you think the Commanders was bad or in?
I think if I were to put grades on it, I think the Eagles get like a C, maybe a C, maybe a C plus if I'm being nice.
Yeah.
Um, nah, I'll give him a C. I'll give him a C. Makai Lemon. I mean, Eli Sowers is good. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I still think he's good. I'm just not the biggest fan of him. I
Okay.
think Makai Lemon was a good pick because they're obviously going to ship off AJ Brown. But outside of that, what else? What else do you have?
Okay. So okay, I'm not gonna lie. I waited for the last team to talk about the New York Giants. They did such an amazing job, in my personal opinion. I felt like some people had Avery Reese ranked as the number one player. I know. I think ESPN did. They had Maui. How you say his name? Maui Noah.
Yeah, Malcolm.
They had him as the fifth overall player. They got Reese at like 5. They got Maui Oga at like 10. So I thought that's great value. They got Colton Hood. We talked about his tape. Um, they got Malachi Fields, the wide receiver. I went out of Notre Dame. Okay. He's like a big wide receiver, and I think he's perfect to complement Darnell Mooney and Malik Neighbors. I say, dog, I hate them dudes, but I feel like they had an amazing draft.
I don't know if it's John Harbaugh. I don't know if it's him. Is he the good drafting guy? Is because I know the Ravens. I mean, for years they were just drafting talent, talent, talent. He comes in, and in this one year, I mean, he just goes crazy. He gets Arvell Reese. He gets Maui Noah. He gets Colton Hood. He gets Malachi Fields. He gets J.C. Davis.
I saw that.
That's a good team. That's a good draft. That's a good haul. That is a good haul. I mean, I think they'll do similar things with Arvo Reese that we will do with Jay Sean Barham. They said they're gonna start him at linebacker, but they're gonna play him more going forwards. I think the difference between Arvo Reese and Barham is that Arvo Reese can play going backwards more. I think
Yeah,
over more than Barham more. Barham has been compared to Arvo Reese. They say he's like a light Arvo Reese, and I mean I see it. It makes sense. But I mean Arvo Reese is obviously Arvo Reese.
yeah.
You get Maui Noah, the best tackle and the best guard in this class, wherever you want to play him. I mean that is a great pick. Colton Hood, probably third or fourth best corner in this draft. I mean he's
Yeah.
physical. He can press with the best of them. I mean, what didn't they do? They got Malachi Fields, a big physical receiver, J.C. Davis, a good tackle that'll probably be useful. He's got guard flex, but I mean I mean they did good. They did good.
Okay. So now let's rank the NFC East drafts. Who do you think from best to worst had the best draft in the NFC East?
I'm if I'm see, I tend to compare the top players that they got to the top players that we got,
Hmm.
and Arvo Reese and Caleb Downs. If you want to call that a draw, sure, because I mean those are two good players. That's 1 and 2 on many boards.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
And then Francis Mauanoa to Malachi Lawrence. Mal Mauanoa beats him.
Yeah.
Mauanoa beats him pretty comfortably. Colton Hood to Jay Sean Barham. Colton Hood beats him.
Mm, I see where you're going.
Yeah. So I mean, now if you want to compare Devin Moore to Malachi Fields, Devin Moore beats him.
Mhm.
But I still think I think the Giants probably got better dudes and then better depth too.
So you basically saying Giants, Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I had the exact same thought. Um, who do you think is now has the best roster in or put themselves in the best place to actually win the division post draft?
I think similar to no. I was gonna say similar to the Browns, the Giants have a chance. But no, I don't know what they got at D tackle. So I think probably the Cowboys.
Mm,
Cowboys on paper, that offense is top three. Top three.
mhm.
They were able to retain everybody. They didn't lose anybody. So I mean, still top three. That defense, it has been transformed on paper. It has been transformed on paper. You have Quinn Williams, Kenny Clark. You have year two Donovan Ezaraku. You have Rashawn Gary, Malachi Lawrence as your third. You finally have a first round pick to be your third best pass rusher. He won't even start. Then you have Rayshon Barham. You have the linebacker that you just got from San Fran, Overshown as your linebacking core. Immediately way better, a lot better than you had last year. You have Deron Bland. You have Savon Ravel. You have Devin Moore. You have Kobe Durant. You finally have depth at corner.
Mhm.
And then you can throw in Kalen Carson. We'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, I'm done.
you have, you have Jalen Thompson, you have PJ Locke, you have you have um, Malik Hooker, and you have Caleb Downs.
How do you think we go use Downs? Because I ain't gonna say I don't want him in the box, but we need a safety that can roam, and I feel like he has the capability. I feel like we haven't. Who's the last cover safety that we had?
Maybe Malik Hooker the first year he was here,
Yeah,
and
he was
after
solid.
that it went downhill. But
Yeah,
before then, I couldn't even tell you.
you see what I'm saying?
I was a baby, so
Yeah.
it,
Mhm.
it's been a while. That safety that's going to roam, it's probably going to be Jalen Thompson. Jalen Thompson has the range.
Okay.
Jalen Thompson, Jalen Thompson has the range. He has the ability to. If you remember what I was saying about Traden Stoops, he's kind of like
Okay.
he can play pretty much all your DB positions outside corner. He can play your free, your strong, your nickel. He'll be able to do all those things, and he'll be able to do it really well at a high level. And I think whatever he's not doing, I think Caleb Downs will do. So if Jalen Thompson is playing your free, I think Caleb Downs will play your nickel. And then if they want to switch depending on matchups, I think they'll do that. And I think Malik Hooker and PJ Locke will probably be your strong safety.
Okay. Okay. So, do you how many playoff teams do you think is coming out the NFC East before I let you go?
Well,
Us for sure. I don't care if it's biased. I think the Cowboys definitely making the playoffs, and we are low key fringe Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, I said it.
as long as Christian Parker is who he says he is and what we think he is and can be, it's definitely the Cowboys. Um, See, this is hard because I mean, there's a lot of unknown with the NFC East.
I ain't gonna lie. This could be like one of the. What year was it when I feel like we all made the playoffs? I
I
feel
mean, it could be if John Harbaugh is who he was and is able to transform that team. I mean, the Giants could be somebody.
that's a good team on paper, bro.
They could be somebody. And the Eagles, they've been good. I don't think they took steps to be good, but I mean, I don't want to just discount them. I think they're probably not that they're not as good as they were last year. They're definitely not as good as they were 2 years ago.
That's the one team that I'll say if I had to pick one team that don't make the playoffs, I probably would say the Eagles. And it's not just because of the talent. I just think just they seem like they're prone to disarray. Like if that just makes sense. I think they out of all the teams with the addition of Harbaugh to the Giants, I love what's going on with the Commanders because who's the guy that they stole from us?
Dan Quinn,
Dan Quinn. I love how he's done instilled himself into the Commanders. They just got the Jaden Daniels hurt. I feel like if there's one team that can go down in flames in the NFC East, I think it's the Eagles. I
yeah,
feel like if Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders make the playoffs next year, I wouldn't be surprised. And if the Eagles miss out, I would not be surprised. That's
yeah.
just me.
If the Eagles do miss out, I wouldn't be too surprised. I think they are sputtering out. I kind of want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, I don't really see a reason to.
Yeah, hey. And I think the Commanders are being slept on, bro.
They are. They've got good talent. I mean, that first year with Jaden Daniels was special. He was just hurt last year. I mean, they've done nothing but add to that team since then. I don't think they've lost anybody big. I mean, and then they've transformed their offensive line. Their defense is more stout. I mean, I don't see a reason why they shouldn't be good.
Jaden Daniels got the potential to be the best player in the division. Yeah, I said it. The potential to be the best player in the division. I'm not saying he's going to be, but I think Jaden, that dude is cold. And I know I'm supposed to hate him. I don't.
Yeah, he's good. He's definitely good.
Okay. Anything else before I let you go? Because we went way over the time limit. So anything else before we get up out of here?
Um, I mean, it's gonna be exciting to see what this NFC East looks like.
I'm ready.
And I think we are constantly getting better. Last year it didn't look like it on paper, but I mean there was definitely some injuries that each respective team had to deal with, and but I think this year on paper I think was probably one of the better drafting divisions as a whole. So I mean and they've got good talent. I'm excited to see what they do.
I think this could be the best division in football. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I'm biased. I don't care. I think the Cowboys go win 13 games.
Found some shit I love to do, so I can live comfortable. Searching for a peace of mind, need that when it's time to rhyme. Perfect in every line, any chance I get, and I know it takes time, but I will never quit.